3 parts to it. And then when they're done, we're just going to open it up for questions. So you can ask them questions. And some of them have to leave like when their part is done because they have sports and some other superfluous things.
Right.
So,
I like that.
So anyway, so I want to get these guys started. So Kiana and Julia, it's yours.
Hello, we are the Student Equity Group. We have been meeting every Thursday this year to discuss racial differences, sexism, teen stress, and everyday problems that students at West Sylvan face. We as a group have decided that stress is a big issue at West Sylvan, and we are here to tell you how we can lower the amount of stress and how you as teachers can help.
What is stress? Stress is the emotional and physical way in which we respond to pressure. Things like sports, school, and deadlines force people to cope with their challenges, and it's important that students know that stress is natural and can be dealt with. Stress causes frustration, anger, and often sadness, which affects our daily lives. Stress at this age is very common, especially at this school. With the help of adults and teachers, we believe there are plenty of ways for West Sylvan students to relieve their stress.
Stress in teens is caused by many things. It usually is produced when your parents tell you from a very young age, "Don't disappoint me. I expect the very best, and A's are the only thing acceptable." These are just examples. Some parents shame their children by saying, "You aren't good enough," or "You are a mistake." Stress caused by parents is probably the most common form of stress, but also varies in forms like stress of self-image, school grades, family life, and trying to find your independence. However, many teachers are very hard on their students and make them feel self-conscious of their grades and projects. Kids need teachers to be supported at all times, and kids also need to be able to have a safe environment in which they can learn. Although stress isn't usually a bad thing, it sometimes pushes you to try harder.
But in some children, unusually high stress rates can cause things such as depression, loneliness, self-harm, and even suicide in extreme cases. This year, 3/4 of doctor visits were stress-related. Stress can lead to horrible things, but there is a way to fix it. Some ways to prevent stress and not make it as much of a problem are to always have a creative or active outlet. All students should have a way to compete or be creative. Studies show that people who exercise or do some form of the arts regularly are considerably happier.
Stress can be prevented using some strategies such as teachers putting on music for students during work time, weekly talks about good virtues, and making their students feel good about themselves. Counselors should create more of a bond with their students so that students are able to trust them when they're struggling with stress.
Block teachers should assign their students online surveys each month. The surveys should regard the level of stress and emotion at school, and it should go deeply into those two things. Like, for example, the survey could say, if you feel stressed at school, what are the reasons for it? And the survey could give at least 6 multiple choice answers for them. Don't get us wrong, it's not that the teachers aren't doing a good job, but it's those little changes that make a big difference.
Okay, so we have like a little skit, and they show like 3 different ways that stress happens and how can we fix it effectively. Hi Parker.
Hey Mom.
So I got an email from your coach saying that you're not performing up to your abilities this week. What's going on?
Oh, well, I felt a lot of stress because I had a bunch of tests that I needed to make sure I could get a good grade on. So I just thought it'd be better if I took a little time to think about that instead of trying all out in practice.
But why are you not practicing to your full ability when you are in practice?
It's just, I don't feel like I can perform to my full ability all the time.
Honey, we're relying on you to get a lacrosse scholarship because we don't have enough money for you to go to college. Do you understand?
I'll work on it.
Pause. This is an example of parent and sports stress. Here's how it should have gone.
Hi, honey. So I got an email from your coach saying that you seemed a little down in practice. What's been going on?
Well, I felt a lot of stress this week because I had a bunch of tests that I had to study for. So I wasn't fully focused on my sports this week. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I was thinking that maybe instead of going to all of my practices this week, I could just go to 4 of them.
Yeah, that sounds great. Just make sure you talk to your coach and me so we can all make a plan to make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed and that you can still get good grades in school.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Hello, Kiana.
Oh, hi Miss Ziegler.
I think it's time we had a little chat about the score you got on your test last week. It wasn't as high as I would expect.
Yeah, well, I've been having a lot of trouble in school, and I feel like the high expectations the teachers give their students really stresses me out.
Well, you know it's your job as a student to take notes and make sure you're keeping up with the curriculum, so you really need to get on top of that.
Okay, I'll try harder.
Pause. This is a great example of stress from academics. This is what should have happened.
Hello, Kiana.
Oh, hello, Miss Ziegler.
I noticed on your test last week you didn't get as high of a score as you wanted. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I feel like I've been having a lot of high expectations at the school, and maybe if I can come in at lunch or, after school, that would help.
Yeah, my door is always open and you can always come in at lunch or after school if you want a little extra help with the curriculum so you can boost those test scores.
Thank you.
Hey Jada.
Hey, Kate.
So I've noticed that your outfits the past couple of weeks have just been really ugly. And I think you should change your hairstyle and add makeup to your face because you're not wearing any and it's kind of really grossing me out. And your hair, you need to do something different with it because I'm just not okay with it.
Oh, okay. I guess we can go shopping this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pause. This is an example of peer pressure, which can lead to bullying. This is what should have happened.
Hey Jada.
Hi.
I love your style. It's so original and
Thank
unique.
you. I love it too. It's so me. I love doing my own thing.
That's so cool. Maybe you could give me some style tips one time.
Of course, anytime. To conclude, this problem can't go away on its own. Stress is a large problem in school and personal lives, and we need your help and support to reduce stress.
Everyone has different ways to deal with stress, but dealing with stress on your own is hard, and by using these helpful strategies, teachers can help minimize student stress. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All right. Does anyone have any questions? No. Come on.
Mr. Enfield.
Mr. Enfield.
Where did you guys get your statistics from and the information about stress?
Wikipedia.
Don't tell them that. They don't know that. We actually had a newspaper that we found from Lincoln, and it had some really good facts.
searches.
Yeah. And it had some good facts and statistics that would help us bring it all together and create a good
And our equity,
Our
Chris
equity
helped.
leader.
Our
Chris.
equity leader, Chris, helped.
He's a good leader.
Yes.
He's chill.
Mr. Weiss?
I really want to help my students and be there for them. I have a problem because my lunch is, are you all 8th graders?
Yeah.
I don't have lunch when 8th graders have lunch. And a lot of teachers really are very stressed with our schedules. And that half hour, we need a break or else we'll attack you. And my door's always open after school, but what happens to you after school?
Take the bus.
Well, most of you take the
Most of us
bus.
take the bus.
So that's a real problem for all of us.
Maybe if we needed help, we could talk to you and make a plan. We could say how about tomorrow we meet so we can get help if it's the day we don't
Also-
have
Or
an activity.
before school can
Or
work that
scheduling.
way. You can take the
Whatever
bus.
basically works for both of us, a teacher and a
But,
student.
yeah, because we all have stress, don't we?
Yeah.
Also scheduling scheduling an appointment, I guess, to see a teacher would be good, just so that you know when to be prepared. Just keep these in mind.
Mr. Earl?
Have you guys tried out any of these strategies on friends or parents or teachers yet?
We plan to do so, but we
We
haven't.
we haven't yet gone public with our ideas.
Yeah, we just did.
You did great.
Miss Yarla.
I love your skits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are great.
Miss
Van
Van Leeman.
Hi, thank you, that was very well done. You talked about a student survey,
Yes.
and I'd be very interested in having a student survey in my class and having you guys write the questions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We can do that.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Good idea.
so because I could write the questions and it may not be exactly what we're looking at. So
Yeah.
I'd love to
Yeah.
Because we meet
have a
every
little
Thursday.
collaboration.
So we could plan that out.
Yeah.
Okay, any one of you, if you write one, you guys know where I am. You can
Yeah.
drop off a survey. We can chat about it before or after school lunch. I have lunch the same time as 8th grade.
Or even doing it on Google Docs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can put it in our folder.
Yeah. How did you come up with stress being the first thing?
Because, yeah, we kind of thought about like the problems that were going on at West Sylvan, and stress seemed to take up a very big part because everyone's trying to like do their best in school, and they have like pressure from everyone around them. So, yeah.
Yeah, like we like all of us, you know, we could have multiple tests in one day or a lot of homework from all of our classes because we have 7 classes. So, you know, there's always usually a chance for homework in some of those classes. So, you know, homework and of course after school activities, you know, it just all comes down and you just feel really overwhelmed at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess we're off.